Ms. Jones, you are suing the defendant, Mr. Lopez, for a refund over a car repair. Your SUV was making a rattling sound, so you took it to the defendant's shop. You claim that he diagnosed the problem as a transmission issue. He gave you a quote, and you paid him to make the repairs. A year later, the same issue returned, so you took the SUV back to the defendant's shop. You paid him again, and this time he gave you a warranty on the work. And again, your SUV wasn't working properly, so you took it in for a third time. During this time, you claim the defendant gave you so many excuses as to the delay of the repairs, only to discover that your truck, your SUV, wasn't at the defendant's shop, but it was at his house. To this day, your SUV remains undrivable, so you're suing the defendant for $2,800. Mr. Lopez, you claim that you kept and test drove the plaintiff's SUV because she instructed you to in order to pinpoint where this noise was coming from. After several weeks, you finally determined what the problem was, so then you had to order parts that caused more delay. Then you ran into delays in manufacturing, supply chain disruptions, those sort of things. You deny ever using the plaintiff's SUV for personal reasons. You provided a service and you owe her nothing. Ms. Jones, how did you come across the defendant's body shop?
Oh, by word of mouth. Someone had told me about him.
Did you work with him before, or was this the first time?
That was the first time
Okay.
I met him.
Okay, so you went into his shop. Mr. Lopez, how long have you been a mechanic?
I've been doing this all my life.
So what did you come into a shop for, Ms. Jones?
Oh, because of my transmission. It was rattling.
You knew it was a transmission issue?
I kind of figured it was because the car wouldn't really go into drive.
Okay, and he gave you a quote?
Oh, yes.
$2,800?
Yes.
And you paid him in full?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Lopez, tell me about the SUV.
She had a problem. I fixed it. About a year later, she had another problem. I told her she needs a transmission. I sold her the tranny for $2,800. I gave her 1 year, 12,000-mile warranty.
This was the second time she came to you about this SUV?
Yeah, this was like about almost 2 years later.
Okay.
When I handed the vehicle over to her, it must have been this time in October 2024. I gave her the vehicle. I think it wasn't even a month. She calls me. She goes, George, there's something not right still. She returned the vehicle. I said, I'm going to road test it. I didn't feel nothing. So then I had a code, and a scanner. So I changed the valve body. It's part of the transmission. It's like the brain of the transmission that has all the solenoids.
Okay.
I changed that, gave her back the car. Not even a week, she told me, George, it's still not right. That's when I took the car back and I said, I got to road test it. She left me the car for more than a week and I couldn't find the problem. It actually took me about a month, like on the 5th week, me road test, driving this car back and forth, taking it home, bringing it back to work.
You had to take the car off your lot?
I asked her, I said, I need to drive the car in order for me to feel the issue and approach this.
It took you 5 weeks?
The whole month. On a Sunday, I got up, I said, let me go on the Sun State Parkway. I felt it shatter. That's when I called and I said, you know what? I have to pull the tranny back out.
Okay.
I pulled it back out. I found a problem. To get the parts it was a nightmare. Everything's backward. I couldn't get the parts. So the car did stay in my shop for more than a month. Then when I ended up buying another transmission, rebuilt that, put it back in her vehicle. Her daughter came, picked up the car.
During this time, were you calling him to check in on your SUV?
Yes, I was calling him, and I would also do pop-ups because I couldn't understand why he had my car so long. When I did do the pop-ups, my car was never there.
Where was her car?
Well, my shop only could hold 5 cars during the day, because I'm in and out. I park the cars in front of the shop or behind the shop.
Okay.
Once I start working on a car, it goes on the lift and it stays in the shop.
So it was on the shop's property?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Did you ever ask him where your SUV was when you did these pop-ups?
Yeah, he told me the car wasn't there. The car was at his house.
Sir?
I used to take it home.
Well, I just asked you.
No, the car was I go to work and I come home. I go to work with her car and I park it in front of the shop or behind the shop.
The truck was never at your home when you were at work?
No. It was always, the only time I would take that truck home was in the nighttime when I went home when I was
she's making that up?
The first 2 times she popped up, yes, it was at my house.
And I'm asking you why, sir?
Because I parked the cars there in my driveway so I don't get tickets.
Your concern was that he was using your SUV for personal reasons. Is that right?
Yes.
And why?
I think in Exhibit A, this is how my car looked when a family friend went and picked up my car on March 1st. Now, mind you, he had my car since November.
None of this is your stuff?
Oh, no.